Introducing the Open Palm Podcast with host Jerome Shaw, available today on your favorite podcast platforms. The Open Palm Podcast is a positive, uplifting, motivational, and inspirational podcast. The host brings his insight and philosophy, and you can't help but gravitate towards his smile, his words, and his wisdom. Again, the podcast he hosts is titled The Open Palm Podcast. It's about inspirational messages, motivating themes, and thought-provoking ideas and topics. He'll also help you become more aware and in harmony with your own life, giving you a better understanding of your place in the world and using your skills accordingly, greeting the world with an open palm instead of a closed fist. You can find the show today on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and more. You can also connect with the host on Instagram at Jerome Shaw. That's JROMESHAW on Instagram. Jerome Shaw with the Open Palm Podcast. Motivation, meditation, mentality. Go listen, download, and subscribe today.
There is a term that I have recently learned that fascinates me. One that I have lived through, and perhaps you have too. This term is called the sunk cost fallacy. Now, what is the sunk cost fallacy? Simply, it is that individuals committing the sunk cost fallacy when they are continuing a behavior or endeavor as a result of previously invested resources, where it be time, money, or effort. Continuing a behavior or endeavor as a result of previously invested resources, time, money, or effort. I remember a time where I went to a car wash. Now, this was the beeswax car wash, the bee-free car wash here in San Antonio, Texas. And everybody loves the bees car wash because they have great systems inside of their car wash, but they also offer free vacuuming for anybody who comes along. And it's a pretty cool little business. But one day, as I drove up to the bee car wash, ready to put my card into the machine to order one of the washes, a man reversed the open sign to "We are closed." And as I pulled up, hesitantly, downing my window, wondering what was going on, the man said, "I'm sorry, sir. I just can't let anyone through right now because we're doing some testing. We're having a problem with one of the gadgets inside of the car wash, and until we get it straightened out, I can't let anybody through, but it should only be about 10 minutes, just about 10 minutes. I said, "Oh, okay. I have some time on my hands. I'll wait." So I vacuumed my car nearby and I waited. And after about 10 minutes, the sign still said "We're closed." A couple more cars came and they got the same message from the same man, and they decided to wait nearby. So after about 5 more minutes, I went behind the cars thinking that, well, as soon as it opens up, I'll be perhaps third in line to get my car washed. As you can imagine, 10 more minutes went by, and more minutes went by, until cars were all the way lined up about 8 to 10 cars back, waiting for this one car wash. What we had entered was the sunk cost fallacy. We had agreed to stay here since we had been given the promise of just 10 minutes. And since the cars in front were waiting, the cars in back were waiting. Waiting because the cars in front were waiting. Social proof saying that, well, if other people are waiting, I guess I might as well wait too. And since the more time that passed, the more energy we were put into staying here, waiting for this car wash, the less likely we were to leave. For if we were to leave, we would have to admit that the time spent waiting was wasted. The sunk cost fallacy. Doing something or staying somewhere, enduring something, be it a job or a circumstance that, even though it may not be good for you, even though it may not be healthy, perhaps a relationship, only because you've put in too much time, too much effort, too many resources to back down now, too many years of your life spent towards something, right? Have you ever felt this? That you felt within you it was too late to turn back now? That even if there was a better life out there for you, whatever you are doing, it wouldn't be worth it to give it up. It would be like giving up because you had spent too much time invested. You were too involved with the thing. The sunk cost fallacy. Don't make this error that I made. You are never too old to be what you might have been. It is never too late to do what you might have done. As long as you have life, as long as there's breath in your body, as long as your feet are on the ground, it's your turn. I urge you not to make the mistake of living with the regret of not doing the things that gave meaning to your life, but instead enduring the things that were less than or lackluster or things that just got you by, all because you had invested too much time or too much energy or too much effort. Don't allow those to be reasons for you to continue to endure a less than life. Don't be like the thousands and millions of others who wait around praying for life to change when the choice has always been theirs, just like the choice is up to you. Thank you for listening, my friend. This has been Jerome Shaw on TOP, the Open Palm Podcast here in Live Oak, Texas. I pray you received an encouraging message letting you know that you needn't wait for things to change. You can make the change. You needn't wait to take action just because you've invested too much. Investing time, energy, and effort isn't a good enough reason to continue living a life that you find unfulfilling. Share this episode with a like-minded individual, learning and growing, becoming the greatest version, being all that they can be. Pay it forward so more can hear the message. And if this is your very first time receiving this podcast, thank you, my friend, for listening to The Open Palm. Definitely subscribe for more inspirational messages like this. And if you feel it in your heart to support, consider opening your browser to anchor.fm/jshaw. Clicking the support button there is much appreciated. Thank you to all the wonderful supporters who continue to donate to the podcast, making it possible for episodes like this. You are much loved and appreciated. Have a wonderful day or night wherever you are, and take care, my friend. Hey there, my friend. So you've heard about Anchor, but do you know why it's the easiest way to make a podcast? Well, first off, it's free. It allows you to use creation tools that let you record your podcast right from your phone or computer. It also distributes your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more platforms. You can even make money from your podcast with minimum listenership. It's everything you need in one place. Download the free Anchor app today or go to anchor.fm to get started. Can't wait to hear yours. Let's see what you have to offer the world.